So this video is all about how to practice self-care during turbulent times. I think the first thing to say is that it's good to have a bit of a direction of travel. When we think about the turbulence of circumstance, we've obviously got what's going on in the world, which is always up and down and complex and confusing. And then we've also got what's going on in our own lives, which may also have complexity and ambiguity. At certain times be free-flowing, other times feel really challenging. So we've got all these different layers of turbulence that we're experiencing, and as a direction of travel I like to aim for equanimity. So equanimity is the idea of finding that steady line, the steadiness, the steady line through the course of events. So the circumstance is moving in lots of different directions. It's that sense of, here's the through line of me that I can drop back into and find myself feet on the ground, stable, here, ready to respond to that which is going on around me. So equanimity for me is kind of the goal. That's what I'm looking for. I'm not sure if I'll ever achieve it, but that's the state that I'm looking to cultivate and to develop in my life. So one of the first things I think we need to start with when we're talking about self-care in turbulent times is self-compassion. So self-compassion is that piece just to make sure that you're relating to yourself in a friendly way. Are you able to say to yourself, wow, things are actually hard for me right now. This is tough. What I'm dealing with is a lot. And from that space, are you allowed to soften into and so have that realization that you're actually doing pretty amazingly. You're doing pretty amazingly just for getting through whatever is going on. Because we can so easily find ourselves in a moment of challenge and turbulence and then judge ourselves for not performing as well as we hoped we would, or not being as resilient or as strong or independent as we hoped we might be. The second piece is to really rely on the little practices that support your well-being. So instead of becoming avoidant of those things like meditation and yoga and healthy eating and drinking lots of water and hanging out with people that you care about and care about you and laughing, all that sort of thing, we want to make sure that those are really showing up in those periods of turbulence. More important than ever that we're paying attention to that piece. The third piece is to disengage to re-engage. So sometimes when things are really tough, we get so focused and concentrated into the thing or the big confusing situation that we forget that it's okay to let go of it sometimes and just to take a walk, meet a friend, do something that makes you smile. Allow yourself to release the mind from those stresses, even if it's just for a short moment or half an hour, or whatever you're able to do. Disengage to re-engage allows the mind a little bit of a breath of fresh air, allows you to come back to it fresh. And then the fourth one is to reach out, talk to people about what you're going through. We often tend to move a little bit closer in and isolate when we're under these periods of stress and challenge. And yet we feel so much better when we share our vulnerability, when we allow someone else to witness us and the truth of us a little bit more. It's so resourcing for us as community animals, as human beings, to feel the gaze of someone who's also in it with us, a friend, a relative, a guardian, someone who has that compassionate awareness that we can also draw on as a resource. So if this it has been useful for you, please do remember you can reach out to me if you are interested in a conversation around coaching. You can even email me directly at neil@neilseligman.com. Thanks for watching today. Have a great one.